Good evening, everyone. How many of you are familiar with this passport? And how recent has it been since you had a visit somewhere to a new country? City? Pretty exciting? Where did you go?
Oh, I went to Scotland.
Scotland. Wow. Now in front of you, there's going to be a passport. And I'll try and not forget this and move us through it. But initially, a passport, it's really important about our departure. What we do is we have a task list. And the task list says, I want to go to, George and I are going to Colombia. Well, where in Colombia? Anywhere in Colombia? No. We're going to go to Bogota. And then the list goes on. We've got to pack, we've got to assign motels, buses, etc. Now, the assignment for my speech with Pathways was to take a leadership quiz. And I was kind of surprised when I took the quiz, but not really surprised that my initial strength is coaching. But I have 3 other ones that follow. So you ask me, what is coaching, really? There's an industry right now, and there's 3 heavy-duty career fields. One is in health and fitness. The second one is in relationship development. And the third one is in business and career. And this is so extensive. It's unimaginable how many employment spaces there can be. Whether we are from corporate to small business to museums, nonprofit organizations. But what a coach really does is focus on one-on-one, a dialogue with you. And it's all about you through a series of questions to help build your skill. She or he can also do group setting, which is really, really important when we're dealing with teams. But the other aspect of my coaching was altruistic, which makes sense because I motivate, inspire, and empower people that I work with. I give them the tools when they have self-judgment and such paradigms, which we'll get into shortly here. Affiliative sounds like a lot of information. It was for me because it helped me see that creating a comfortable environment, a safe environment for my clients is really important. And that feedback is essentially I teach my clients how to do their own feedback and how to evaluate themselves. And whether they know they have a passport to success. And last but not least, the authoritative part. And I don't like being an authority on anything, but basically the definition of being authoritative is that you give clear communication and direction, which is necessary when you're helping people with short-term goals and long-term goals. With that being said, we move over to the departure. Because as a coach, what we do is we help you figure out what the departure is in your self-development and your growth. Most people that come to me are stuck. Can anyone tell me maybe one of the 3 things that the reasons why somebody would be stuck? Spinning their wheels, feeling depressed.
Fear of success or fear of failure. It doesn't matter if it keeps you stuck.
And they're stuck. That's true. Fear of success, fear of failure. But there's 3 items that I just want to introduce, and you've heard me deliver them in my talk before. Not enough time, not enough money, not enough resources. And what's behind that is self-judgment. It's a paradigm that comes from a learning model from when we were young. Somehow we picked it up. While I'm talking about that passport, what I do is I initially go through my own process. And one of my processes is rejection, a paradigm that says, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this, I don't want to do this, and I spin my wheels, I cover the blinds, I nurture myself, eat popcorn, meditate on why I'm stuck. And basically in my business, what it's forcing me to do is get out into the public. Well, if I'm afraid of rejection, what are the things that I can do, I ask myself, to get myself out of this place? Well, I have to look at fact and I have to look at fiction. Up until now, I noticed that in my past life I had rejection. Is that true today? If someone walks by my piece of art or the services I provide and they say no, that's not rejection to my personality, nor is it a conflict to me. And to have more of this integration and more connection with people and being able to speak to them, I am getting stronger at understanding that this paradigm I had, I can't do my marketing, I want to hire somebody. There isn't anybody more important that would know about my business than myself. And so I've changed that paradigm. That paradigm on my departure, I looked at it, time, money, resources. I never had enough time to go out there to do all this marketing. I don't have enough money to buy somebody to pay them for marketing for me. I do not have enough physical, mental, spiritual, or intellectual resources. Why bother? When we look at our passport, and is that on the task list? Why bother? Can I need to change? And I did, I changed that. When you think about your passport, one of the best things you can do for yourself is think about something that's holding you back today. You hear me talk a lot about this. Mine was a fear of rejection. The first page, you look at your fear in your own time. And then I want you to transform it. I've given you some examples in the second page, the second one. The first one is eternally empowered. Because, see, the fear of rejection was I was disempowering myself. And I was allowing and attracting people to disempower me. When I changed that fear of rejection and the way I was thinking about it, my marketing is much clearer, my communication, and it doesn't matter. I am friends with everybody. I'm having a ball now. And you look at your purpose. I didn't realize this until one Toastamsters meeting when I was in one of the roles. In my listening, I picked up on everything. And I didn't realize that that was one of my gifts. But I had made excuses not to hear properly. And so when I'm thinking about marketing, I don't necessarily have to pick up on all the negative stuff. I can pick up and intuit the positive. So I found that one of my purpose goals or one of my strengths is in listening. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.